Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading, and today is May 13th, 2025, and today is Tuesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, U.S. markets roar after they declare, China and the United States, a tariff truce. You knew it was going to happen. You knew the market's going to be volatile, and sure enough, it came in big time. But first, looking at today's major economic events, so we have at 2:30 South African time from the United States, a big core price index CPI number coming out. Super exciting as the markets are digesting this tariff truce. Now, looking at the markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, the Japanese yen weakens versus the US dollar and catches up to the rest of the market. Now, looking at the indices, yes, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ have a huge gap up and they sustain themselves. Now, looking at commodities, gold and oil really tracing in opposite directions. Gold bouncing off of support, while oil retracing at resistance-ish level. Now, looking at the stocks, there's three levels. There's strong, neutral, and weak. Now, on the strong side, we have Tesla, we have Meta, we have Microsoft. The neutral side, we have some stocks that didn't really move higher. And then we saw yesterday Google not moving higher, showing some weakness there. And lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin retracing. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go with the Japanese yen, a nice pivot to the upside finally, because it's playing catch up to the Canadian dollar. We saw that yesterday. The Canadian dollar was higher than the Japanese yen, but finally playing catch up. Okay, this is the Canadian dollar. Here it didn't go so much. Okay, so it's interesting. The Japanese yen moving higher. Now it is at resistance-ish level, so just keep that in mind. We're just below our 200-day moving average on a daily. So, and we had some congestion here before, so just keep that in mind as we're looking at this unfold later today. Now, looking at commodities, gold bouncing off supportish level. We knew that was going to happen, right? Sure enough, it did in real time from 32.30-ish level up to 32.60. A nice pivot of $30 on the upside. Now, looking at crude oil, did retrace here at that 8-day moving average. The question is whether or not this is just beginning to look like less of a sell-off as it's making its way. Now, looking at the U.S. markets, big gap up yesterday for the Dow Jones. You can see that on a 4-hour chart. It was really a gap and go, but more a gap, okay? Because by the time the markets opened, it was already up close to 900 points. It may have been an intraday up only 100 points, okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, looking at a bigger picture, okay? So we are at about, okay, resistance level right here with the Dow Jones. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And looking at the U.S. markets, at the NASDAQ also, okay, just at resistance-ish line there as well. So keep that in mind as the markets are going to digest this. Now, looking at the stocks, okay, so we said that there are strong stocks, neutral stocks, and weak stocks. Okay, so let's take a look at them. Facebook, a strong stock. Nice gap up above the 200-day moving average. Let's see if it sustains itself. Okay, looking at Tesla also above. It's almost, okay, sorry. This is not above the 200. So Tesla showing some strength here, but not enough to bring me above that 200-day moving average. But that is super important for me to look forward to that. But you see on a daily, we are above the 200-day moving average. So, and ostensibly, it is above the 200-day moving average. But it's got to sustain itself, okay? Now, looking at the other stocks, Amazon also showing some strength there above its 200-day moving average, 208. However, let's take a look at Google, because Google is not. Okay, Google, yes, bounced yesterday, but didn't show like something extraordinary, okay? So I'm willing to say that this may see some sell-off, okay, or may not, okay, may not be trading, okay, may not be so much activity going in and out. It's already factored in. Things are okay there, but not great. The market is not expanding, okay, so couldn't move it higher. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, we did retrace yesterday after hitting 105-ish level, so keep that in mind, and this is something that, you know, we are trading still in a range, okay? But this is resistance-ish area, okay? This is all-time resistance-ish area. Not to say that Bitcoin's not going to go higher, but for right now, we are retracing. Like to keep an eye on it to see if it does, how much it retraces more, and then if it starts picking up again, we might see a breakout to new all-time record highs. So keep that in mind as well. This is Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.